Hello and welcome to the December 2022 episode of the Seagull. The Seagull is the place to stay up to date on everything you need to know about the 102nd Intelligence Wing at Otis Air National Guard Base, right here from beautiful Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I'm Tim Sandlin from the Public Affairs Office, and I am joined by...
I'm Tech Sergeant Jay Whitaker from Public Affairs.
Yeah, well, together we will get you up to speed on what you need to know about what's going on here at the Wing. In this month's show, we feature an interview with Staff Sergeant Mario Lavorce and Staff Sergeant Chloe Canoyer from the 102nd Force Support Squadron. We speak to them about the new processes at the troop camp, as well as some changes with lunches during the RSDs. Later, we'll fill you in on some of the recent news from the Wing. But first, in this month's command message, we will hear from Colonel Tim Gordon, Wing Vice Commander. Colonel Gordon extends his well wishes for the holiday season and emphasizes the importance of friends and family during this time of year.
Greetings, everyone. Happy holidays. I'm coming to you from Santa's Village, Otis style, also known as the Mission Support Group headquarters, to welcome you to our December drill. I hope everyone had a very restful Thanksgiving break. It's really hard to believe that the holiday season is here upon us and 2023 is right in front of us. Here at the 102nd, we are rounding out yet another busy year, and all of you, in a variety of ways, have contributed to our success over the past 12 months. From our two intel groups surging in response to global events, to our med group being flexible and creative in setting up shop in Building 158, to the 253rd and the 212th deploying troops to 3 different AORs, and of course, last but not least, our mission support group, keeping the base open for the rest of us while working through the challenges of downsizing this base and juggling probably more construction projects than the Wing has ever seen. In addition to that, they're also sending folks downrange. So kudos across the board. I want to thank you all for all that you do for our Wing. And while this is a good time of year to assess our accomplishments and reset our goals for the next calendar year, what we all should really be focused on over the next month is one another, right? Sometimes we get so caught up in what we're doing day to day that we forget the things that we value most, and that is the people in our lives, colleagues, co-workers, longtime friends, and of course, most importantly, our families. So during this holiday season, take the time to appreciate all these relationships and spend as much time as possible with your loved ones. Because honestly, there just is no better way to experience the joys and blessings that this season has to offer. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. I hope to see many of you over the drill, but otherwise, we'll see you in 2023.
Hope you enjoyed the musical selection with that clip. So next, we're going to hear an interview with a couple of folks from the Force Support Squadron. Jay, what'd you talk about?
Well, yeah, there's been a lot of change going on over at the troop camp, and as far as the way we have lunches, and you know, I got to give props and praise and a big shout out to the hardworking folks over the Force Support. They do a lot of work behind the scenes, and I just want to take this moment to, you know, help give them some praise, and then help us help them get their new programs out. And they're rolling out a lot of new things, and we just want to make sure that our airmen are in front of it.
Yeah, and their mission is people, the people in the Wing. So give them as much support as you can because they support you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? I am here with the great staff of the Force Support Squadron. How we doing today?
We're good.
And who am I speaking to today?
Staff Sergeant Canoyer.
And Staff Sergeant Lavorce.
All right. Now, first of all, I just want to give y'all props and praise, like, in all seriousness. I know that your staff is working really hard with the troop camp and is taking care of lodging our airmen, as well as everything from our meals and food. So we really appreciate that. You know, I don't speak for everyone, but I just do want to echo that statement. Like, we really appreciate the hard work that y'all have put in. Could you talk about what the happenings going on at the troop camp right now?
Yeah, so we just started with a new reservation system. It's live. It's on the SharePoint currently, and we're really emphasizing putting the accountability on the member now to make their own reservations versus the unit lodging reps, just so it's easier for us to track people and just to track rooms and to make the reservations for you guys, and less on the ULR, because there was a lot of miscommunication happening, and we just wanted to eliminate that and make it as easy as possible for everyone, not just us, but for the member as well.
Now, y'all recently just switched to SharePoint, how has that affected your numbers? Has that helped with no-shows or just?
It's definitely helped with walk-ins, because I think now it's easier for people to make a reservation. No-shows is still something that we're working on, but it's all on the member, so eventually we're hoping to hold people accountable for the no-show, and have some kind of strategy for preventing it from happening.
All right. Now with the troop camp, and I've been over there myself, and what are some of the other challenges that y'all face on a daily basis or a weekly basis?
Well, the building itself is a challenge. I think everybody knows that. It's an old building, and it comes with a lot of problems. But we try our best to manage those problems, and I think a lot of people know there are other units on base and other people trying to manage those problems as well. So that's really the biggest challenge, and then trying to make it homey enough for the people staying there, because again, the building's old, it comes with problems, so we just want everyone to feel at home, but we also want to make sure that everyone's following the rules and doing what they're supposed to.
Are you in need of any items in particular, like as far as you mentioned making it like a home. I mean, if we're doing some spring or winter cleaning and we find, hey, here's some old books or something like that, can we donate those? Or?
I mean, yeah, we have the day rooms. We have some games and stuff in some of the day rooms. So, it's all up to the member and, what they would like to see, which we definitely encourage comments, concerns, so that we can make it a better place.
Right. So if you're listening, if you have some old games or books or any music, whatever, and if you feel like you help make the troop camp even more of a home, please reach out. We definitely want to make our members feel at home, especially if they're traveling from afar. Switching gears now, going over Sergeant LaForce, as far as everything with food,
yes,
that has been a challenge, and y'all have risen to the occasion. So I again, props and praise to the both of y'all.
It's been difficult. So as of this starting drill, December, we are no longer in Twining Hall at all anymore.
All right.
We've been working with contracting. We've established a BPA. Our two vendors that we're going to be using this month is Avocados and the Catering Gourmet.
That's good. I like avocados. I'm not complaining right there.
Absolutely. So we're gonna see how this rolls out. We have access to the Eagle's Nest on drill weekends now, so we're gonna be distributing out of the Eagle's Nest. And some little bit of changes that are going to be coming in the future is the whole ordering process.
Yeah.
The 79s, we're going to go away with them being emailed to the services box. And just like at the dorms, we're going to have a quick link to a SharePoint where they can fill out all their orders and attach the 79 onto the SharePoint. So that'll be a lot easier for us and really the squadrons. That way they can upload everything on Saturday, so they're not doing it Saturday and Sunday.
That's great.
Yeah, so we've been working these big changes. They're coming along.
I felt you take a deep breath, a sigh of relief. You doing okay over there?
Yeah, it feels nice though.
Yeah, no,
it feels nice.
It's good. What can, and I don't want this to be an airing of grievances, but what can we do better to help y'all? Because I know that you guys are working hard. So,
well, for the troop camp, it's just being on time. That's the biggest thing is with reservations, because this Friday, it's the day before a drill, and it gets pretty hectic. So that's my biggest concern. Really, is just the timeliness of everything. If that can change, that would be a huge help.
All right.
So for us, the big problem is getting our order forms in no later than 10 a.m. because we're not in a facility that has internet hookups. So one of us has to be at 170. And if your order form is in later than 10 a.m., it really hurts us.
Gotcha. See, and this I didn't know. I mean, I kind of figured I've been late a couple times back when my old days when I was working in another building. But yeah, I understand. And so thank you all for sharing, and thank you all for stopping by just to give us some good news and just let us know. And so for those, quick wrap up: SharePoint.
Absolutely.
That is, we are pushing that, but it has been such a helpful tool for us to help. Get things done a lot quicker.
And there's one other thing I want to add regarding the dorms. We recently just added QR codes.
Oh, yeah.
So, we created QR codes, and we hung them up on all the bulletin boards. So there's 2 of them. One of them you can scan, which is for your Wi-Fi request. And then the second one you can scan is for any sort of issues, concerns, work orders you want to put in, anything along those lines. Because we've been getting, I'm noticing that a lot of the members, they don't want to come directly to us and tell us that there's a problem. They're going to their own chain of command within their squadron. So this is a better way that I think that they can right there on the spot input it. We're good to go.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
We highly recommend.
Okay.
Let us know if you have any problems, concerns, please.
See, you hear that? Yeah. You hear that, people? They're here to help. They want you to help, and they want to help, and they're there for you. So thank you so much for stopping by today. Was there anything else last that you wanted to plug, or?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for your time.
You
take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Had a number of things go on over during the month of November. We're going to cover some of the news that you may have missed. The combined federal campaign. While many may be shopping for a new TV with money saved over the year, many are unable to afford to turn on the lights or a home at all. Consider donating to those in need or volunteering some time to help a charity in your community. Thousands of CFC charities rely on the outpouring of generosity at this time of year. The CFC invites all federal employees to consider those in need during this season, where being together can mean the world to some. Think about the positive impact your gift will have on those who are facing many challenges.
The CFC is a great program, and it's very easy to donate. If you'd like to donate, please go to givecfc.org.
So, once a veteran, always a veteran. Wing Airmen had the privilege of visiting with veterans at the Broad Reach Healthcare Community in Chatham, Mass. Led by 102nd Intelligence Wing Commander Colonel Sean Riley, the airmen went door to door visiting the veterans who reside at the facility. Their cozy and comfortable rooms were clearly marked with an American flag. The elderly veterans at Broad Reach regaled our airmen with stories from their time in World War II, the Korean War, and Vietnam. These Marines, sailors, airmen, and soldiers enlightened our airmen with humorous tales from their time at basic training. As a token of respect and comradeship, each veteran was given a 102nd Intelligence Wing patch, which they were so appreciative to receive. We are so grateful for their time and wanted to let them know how thankful we are for paving the way for our freedoms. As we give thanks during this holiday season, we thank them for their hard work, core values, and sacrifice. So, Jay, you went along on this trip. Powerful experience, I would imagine.
Incredibly powerful. I gotta say, that it was just an honor to be there with them. I mean, we all will grow old, and you don't want to be forgotten. You want to be remembered for, the contributions that you gave to your time while you're here, and to see the looks on their faces when we walked in, it was a powerful, moving experience. I mean, you had some folks that were just there visiting for, a small, like a slight injury, so they maybe be there for a couple weeks. You had some folks that were dealing with Alzheimer's and had short-term memory loss. So, you got a chance to interact with them, and then you had the folks that were just had been there for many years, and so a lot of them were super grateful and very funny. I have to say I heard some wonderful stories of just how appreciative they were for their time. There was one sailor. He I have to admit, it cracked me up because he was there. His wife is right there with him, and this is my wife. Been married for 30 years. I was in the Navy for 2 years. Best 2 years of my life. Best years of my life. And I'm like, hello, your wife is right there. But it was, in all seriousness, it was a rewarding experience, and to sit there and talk with men that have served in World War II, it was you're getting rich history from the source. You know what I mean? So it was very powerful and very inspiring, and you were just grateful that you were amongst them. And so I encourage folks, take time. Because one day one day that might be you, and you don't want to be forgotten, and so show love, and just get out there in your community. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I also think about, we, as a country, as a nation, we spend a lot of time thanking our veterans in general. It's it means something, but I would say actually going out individually,
right,
and seeing these veterans and thanking them in person, which, getting the thanks of the nation and the holidays, the Veterans Days, is great, but actually shaking their hand in person, especially as the next generation of service member, must just mean the world to them.
Yeah, I mean, when we gave, there was about 10 of us, and we all walked around with some of our 102nd Intel Wing patches, and it was a touching moment because for some, they realized, like, hey, I'm a part of something, you know what I mean, and like they didn't forget me, and
right.
They didn't care if we were
still part of something,
right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they didn't care that some of them were like, I'm Navy. I'm like, so we got love for you.
That's
too,
right. What?
Right, you know what I mean? So it's just like we got love for everybody, and we just, and so just like I said, it's just wonderful. And to be honest, a lot of people didn't know that there was a guard base here on the Cape, or like they didn't even know who we were. They were, so it's important for us to get out there in the community and show us, like, hey, we have a presence here. We're not just, holding up traffic on the bridges. Like we have a job here, and we're here to be to serve our country and serve our community. So.
Right. Well, that's it was a great event.
Long story short, it was a great event.
Yeah. So on the same topic of giving back and taking care of troops, the next story, Diamond Sharp. 102nd Intelligence Wing First Sergeant, Senior Master Sergeant Tori Kenny, 101st Intelligence Squadron First Sergeant Master Sergeant Shelby Rice, and Command Post Master Sergeant Daniel Morgado presented Mary Kate O'Brien of Quashnet School in Mashpee, Mass. with the Diamond Sharp Award. The Diamond Sharp Award recognizes those who go above and beyond to support the Air Force mission. Mrs. O'Brien led the care package drive at Quashnet School for our deployers. Those who have deployed understand the significance of receiving a care package when downrange. It's always nice to have some snacks and supplies, but it's even better when it's from home in our community. Thank you, Mary Kate, for your contribution. So what can you tell me about this? You were on board.
Yeah, and so this was the day after we visited the Broadreach Healthcare in Chatham.
So you go from, thanking those who've previously served to being a part of, someone who's helping those who are currently serving.
Right. And so it was a powerful experience because we walked in a room and, there's young kids there, you know, as well. This is a school, so they're elementary students, and they looked at us like, wow, you know, and it was cool to see, and they, you know, and Mrs. O'Brien, you know, she's volunteering her time, and there's a lot of care packages that go into it, and so and trust me, we both deployed. We know getting a care package is,
oh yeah,
you get a couple snacks, just something to remind you, hey, you know, we're thinking about you, and hey, here's a little bit of home. And like I said, when you know it's coming from home, it's like, hey, home hasn't forgot. Because last thing you want is I won't say last thing, but if you get a care package, you know, all right, cool, that's nice, it's a care package, but it's from home.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's good.
So that's great. That's great. Kudos to her. Okay, so next story. On November 6th, General Daniel Hokanson, 29th Chief of the National Guard Bureau, delivered the oath to brand new guardsmen into the Massachusetts and the Rhode Island National Guard as part of the New England Patriots Salute to Service game in Foxborough, Mass. The mass enlistment ceremony saw additional servicemen and women from all branches of the armed forces as hundreds raised their hands in commitment to serving their nation's call. The National Guard is in every community across the nation, and these latest recruits' commitment contributes to our promise to America: always ready, always there. So once again, you were on the field at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
And as an Oakland Raiders fan, you must have been
Las
thrilled.
Las Vegas Raiders, formerly known as the Oakland Raiders, formerly known as the Los Angeles Raiders.
I'm showing my age. They'll always be Oakland for me.
All right, fair.
But yeah, so what'd you think? That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
This was really, really cool. I have to admit, and you, Tim, you know me, so you know how I feel about the Patriots, and it is what it is. But I will tell you right now, that was a powerful, moving experience. You know, and to see all, you know, the branches come together. Well, not all of them, but we had Navy, Army, and Air Force. And just to be honored on the field like that, it was powerful, it was moving. And how many people does Gillette hold?
Oh, I think it's right up there around 71,000.
Right. To have 70, that many people.
Yeah.
Screaming for you, like rooting you on, it'll move you.
And it's a packed house. It's been a packed house for decades.
Right.
So you know every seat was filled.
Right. And what was amazing was so back in my active duty days, I was at Hill Air Force Base where we had F-16s. That's only one jet engine, so I never really got a chance to see the F-15s. And so so they had a flyover with 4 F-15s, and I had never heard anything like that in my life. And to hear 70,000, football fans screaming for the veterans, and then you got a flyover. Oh,
then a field-size American flag,
right, and
was unfurled on the field.
I got a chance to. I even got a picture of one of your favorite players.
Oh, Julian Edelman was there.
No.
Tom Brady?
No. I heard he's in Tampa.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Slater.
Oh, Matt Slater.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite players. Yes. You pay attention.
Yeah.
That's great.
You didn't see that? I left it in the folder for you.
I didn't see it.
I'll have to show it to you.
Well, I'll have to look back.
Yeah.
So it was a great day.
It was a great day, beautiful weather, and from a photography standpoint, great conditions.
That's awesome. And the Patriots won.
Yes, the Patriots won.
Which seems to be, a difficult task this year, but we're not going to talk about that. But excellent. Nice job. It's been a pretty busy public affairs month.
Right. And they almost made me a Patriots fan. I have to say that. They almost.
All right.
Almost.
Well, I'll keep working on it. So, in closing, obviously it's December. It's this month is packed with celebrations with family and friends. There's definitely plenty of cheer to go around. But did you know, Jay?
What's up?
The following observances occur in December. December 1st, which was actually yesterday as we record this, December 1st is Civil Air Patrol's birthday. Here's a shout out to our Air Force Auxiliary Component brethren. Cheers, all. On a more somber note, December 7th is Pearl Harbor Day, called a day which will live in infamy by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was on December 7th, 1941, that Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. We remember those who were lost on that fateful day. Going back to birthday celebrations, on December 13, we recognize the National Guard's 386th birthday. Wow, National Guard, you don't look a day over 375. Right? December 17th this year marks National Wreaths Across America, which is an annual laying of wreaths at veteran cemeteries across the nation, including here at the Bourne Veterans Cemetery on Cape Cod. On December 20th, the Space Force celebrates big number 3.
There you go.
You know?
3.
3. Happy birthday to the newest branch. This is where I plan to put in a funny comment about a toddler proofing the place. You know, when you're 386, the last thing you need is a 3-year-old bumping into sharp corners. Somebody grab the bubble wrap, huh? Seriously, though, happy birthday, Space Force, Semper Supra.
I like how that sounds, Semper Supra.
I think it's the Supra.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of the Toyota Supra.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Semper Supra.
Thanks for listening to the Seagull. Enjoy this last bit of the year. See you back here next year at the January RSD. For more news from the 102nd Intelligence Wing, visit our website at www.102iw.ang.af.mil/links or search for 102IW on any major social media platform. And before we go, what are your New Year's resolutions? Got any goals for 2023?
I don't do resolutions. I do goals.
Goals.
We're gonna smash them. I'm gonna get these floors done in my house. That's one. Do my 7-level. You know,
There you go.
That's
That's a good
career
goal.
goals.
It's a good goal.
Definitely just get more training. You know, plan to go TDY soon, so you know, just make my impact there. I definitely want to travel a little bit more. You know.
That's always a good goal.
You know what I mean? So I want to get out there, but I also want to hear.
I want to focus on my photography. I want to stop being so negative. See, that's photography humor.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I was like, is he doing it right now? I never know with you. You always playing tricks on me, Tim.
I've been framed. No, just kidding. No, seriously. No, I just want to. No goals. Well, goals to keep moving forward.
There you go. I like that.
I'm going to keep it simple this year. Keep moving forward.
I like that.
Let's hear what other people have to say.
Yeah, let's hear what some other folks had to say. There we go.
Excellent. Well, this has been way too much fun.
It has. All right, everybody. Take care. Happy New Year.
Peace.
Hi, my name's Senior Airman Alex Arthur, and my goals for 2023 is to become Staff Sergeant and to do a good job at my new position in Force Support. At the end of 2023, I want to be able to run 5 miles in a half an hour.
I'm Senior Airman Stemper of the 102nd Security Force Squadron. My hopes are to have a healthy and wonderful year, to spend time with my loved ones. You know, I know it's tough sometimes to make those sacrifices for the people you love, but we have to do what we have to do. At the end of the day, you know, I think I want to better myself in this career field that I'm in the security forces. I do have combative training that I am going to be attending, and I hope to learn as much as I can, grow into an NCO. And that is one of my goals, is to achieve Staff Sergeant. I know it's going to take a couple years, but if I stick on the right path, I'll get there someday. You know, and I think it all comes down to attitude. You have to have a positive attitude no matter what's going on in your life.
Hi everyone, my name is Staff Sergeant Juan Wybe. I work with the 102nd Com Flight. My goals for 2023, I want to get married to my longtime fiancée. 2, to go back to school and finish up my degree. 3, to finally get a full-time job here. I hope 2023 is a good one for everyone, and have a good Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.